Hi Tribers, here's another Glowforge experiment that should make any stamper super happy. I am engraving on rubber that is laser safe, no toxic fumes or VOCs, and you can make any rubber stamp basically that your mind can imagine. As long as you know how to use Inkscape or Adobe Illustrator or Corel Draw or Affinity, you have to have some type of design program that you can work with or learn to work with in order to create your own stamps. But you could hand draw things as well. You just have to realize the positive and negative imaging involved in a rubber stamp plays out differently when you are engraving. So here we go. I'll show you my stamp when I'm done. Here's part 2, Tribers, of the rubber stamp making. Now I am going to engrave the handles so that they match the rubber, and it will help with placement on paper when I actually use the rubber stamps. I'm going to engrave it. We're going to start the machine, and the logo will match what has already been engraved into the rubber. I'll show you the finished stamps when I'm all done. I have to mount them after the engraving the handles is completed. Hello Tribers, I'm back as promised with the finished rubber stamp. I etched rubber earlier today and mounted it on wood blocks that I happened to get at a stamp show in Orlando. I got a bag of them for $1.50. I think they were just imperfect blocks, and so they were selling them cheap, which is unusual, but I got lucky and I bought them, and I knew it would come in handy because I got like 10 blocks for $1.50, so I couldn't go wrong. So I etched in a matching design. I remembered to reverse it for the rubber and then flip it back for the handle, and mounted it with craft foam. I used my Xyron, which I love. I got it many years ago when I worked for Rubber Stamper magazine, and I put the adhesive on the regular old craft foam, and then I am ready to test it out for you. I'm so excited because this one is the one that came out the way I wanted it to after many revisions. You can see in these two stamps the difference between the positive and negative of a rubber stamp. This one's actually kind of a fail. It still works, and I went ahead and mounted it on a cheap wood block. Why not? It gives me two different looks, but you can see how the positive and negative play off each other differently. So you have to be real careful when you're in Inkscape or any of the graphic design programs, software, because it's kind of tricky on that part, at least for me, because I'm new at graphic design on a computer. But it went pretty well. I'm going to show you how it works. I've got my favorite ink here, which is Colorbox chalk ink. The chalk colors are beautiful and they dry instantly, and I use them for all my stamping projects, even since I worked at Rubber Stamper many years ago, because that magazine's no longer in publication. All right, so I'm going to try my favorite one first. I'm going to make sure it's well inked. I'm going to press it down, apply even pressure, and ta-da! I'm just amazed by this. Maybe I'm too easily amazed, but that's pretty fascinating to me that you can engrave this type of rubber. Like I said, it's low VOC, it's safe, it's not going to poison you, and make a rubber stamp. Here's my one that's the fail. I'm going to go ahead and show you that because I always promised I would share the wins and the fails. It's not too bad, like I said, but it's not the same, and I'll show you. This one's edges are really rough, but there it is. So that's how you make a rubber stamp on the Glowforge. I'm going to write it up and put it in a blog with affiliate links of all the products I used, and thank you for watching. Thanks for being part of the tribe.